We now return to bad interface design. Last episode I was questioning when this ends, and it's been there the whole time, up there in the top left corner, red on green, so high visibility, especially for colorblind people, and very easy to see when you are like this for most of the game. It's been there, and I have forgotten because it is so difficult to see. And why would you not just make that redundant here anyway? I mean, everything else has been up there, just, whatever. Anyway, we have 20 months yet to go through, so we're going to speed up the game. In fact, let's go max and then come down one, because you go 100 and you are going to have problems. And let's see if Set actually does what he says he will do the next time they show up. We do, however, if I'm going to speed it up, we do have to keep an eye on the festival stuff, because that is going to spiral out of control very rapidly. Prosperity is now very high, despite the high unemployment of 6%. This game, I swear. Weapons appeared to be a pretty lucrative thing for us. We're definitely doing that more than we are papyrus, and we have got a lot of barley here that is not... I feel like this was kind of a bad design, because they have to go so far along the backside to get to the industries to feed them. But anyway, whatever. Oh, shit. Something in the water. With a famine. A famine of chickpeas that we now need to send. Well, I guess we probably should. God damn it. They should probably get, and then we will empty. Let's see that happen real quick here. That's 4. That's all we needed, right? Yes. Which we will now immediately turn around and tell them to empty, so that they can take it here. So stupid. So this episode is going to end up being about 5 minutes long, as I said, just because we're going to rapidly wear that one down. Who put red on green and thought that looked... I mean, the Impressions games are otherwise pretty good. For what I've played. I still have not played the Caesar games. And actually, from what I have seen of the very first Caesar, the interface is... but still, I mean, just as a design choice, like, you've got very vibrant colors, very good graphics, very detailed graphics. You've got a nicely laid out interface over here that has pretty good information. Some of it's a little hard to see and obscure. Like, I don't like the fact that some victory conditions are up here. That's not very... You waste so much space on this, and then there's just like, oh yeah, you also need a couple of things up here. But of all the choices, this just baffles me. It's you'd think that, and this comes from an era when they actually play tested games. They developed and designed and play tested and debugged and just... I love that. I love that they can just run them over. They put effort into it, and so no one said, you know what, that's kind of hard to see. By the way, there are other enemies there, Set. And they are shooting at us, Set. Okay. Well, here they are. Okay. Fuck Set. Honestly. Worthless. Such a worthless fucking god. Ooh, please. Oh, they're coming after me. Bastards. Oh, thanks. It did. Okay, okay, okay. Look at this. 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 Protects soldiers. I'm pretty sure he said he was going to kill them for me. Okay, can you mop up? I want you guys to just fucking get rid of this. Stop milling around. You'd think spears would be good against chariots. These are probably an incorrect assumption, since I'm pretty sure... The fuck you mean you can't reach that destination? Since I'm pretty sure that the game actually goes more towards something like a rock, paper, scissors. Oh! Oh, how convenient! You know, now that the battle's almost over, he just... Fuck, I remember this now. There was something I was supposed to do here. There was one guy left. Oh, let me handle it. Sculpting my goddamn face into your walls. Got a temple right near the frickin' palace. I see you every day. God, it just totally slipped my mind, man. Fucking worthless. You guys, however, are not. You took the initiative to walk out there and go after them, and I appreciate that. That'd be interesting if I got experience for this. It does not appear that I am. And it's a damn shame these don't fire further, because then they'd actually be useful. I do kind of wish you guys would just kind of stay and not go engage. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but it's not really helpful at the moment. Alright, what other actual gods can we give attention to? Thank you, Pharaoh. I cannot accept more, apparently. And did that just say we refused it? No. So we can probably turn down whatever we're importing, which is pretty small to begin with. Nah. How much are we actually making on the exports? A lot. A lot, but we're also offsetting that with our imports, so it's negligible. I mean, we are on quite a margin there. That is not a very profitable trade this city is doing by any stretch. Probably importing too many chariots, if I'm honest. Is this one? This one's done. So we're not going to import chariots anymore because that's just a massive waste of money. We'll have 4 here to kind of replen any deaths. Alright, we're going to give you just a basic one because you're not worth it. I'm almost tempted to just activate the cheat next time, because there is a cheat, much like in other games, where you can just actually kill enemies, enemy armies. Unfortunately, for it to work, you actually need to have a temple to set. It is not like fireballs from heaven, where you can just rain down a cloud, or a meteor storm, and deal with things that way. Time is ticking down. Make sure we're still meeting our goals. In fact, prosperity is through the roof, which is fantastic. It must just be looking at our earnings, our export earnings. We're doing much better this year. What ate into all of that? Import costs. But have I yet to actually import something? Maybe the guy just hasn't been around yet and we haven't fully purchased all of our imports. I can see that we still are not managing to keep all of our guys supplied. And definitely, I mean, we're just done on the brewing or the papyrus. We've definitely killed off our resources there, which is baffling. I understand, like, if we were doing trees, how we'd be deforesting and it'd be very difficult to replant, but this is reeds. This should be replanting pretty much yearly. I don't know how often these guys are going out there, but it definitely doesn't make any damn sense to me. Are we... Holy shit. Oh no. Okay, you guys are just being weird. I thought we were losing half of our frickin' army to these stupid snakes. Ta? Ta time? Yeah, this is exactly why this is a dumb idea. They tried to do several different things for the expansion, and I guess for that, I kind of applaud them. The Caesar games did not have expansions; they were just a new game, and I do not know the difference between Caesar 2 and 3 visually, but Caesar 1 is vastly different to Caesar 3. I mean, the difference between Caesar 1 and Caesar 3 is like SimCity 1 and SimCity 3000. It's a considerable difference. But, so this was a time when expansions became the thing, because that was not a common thing prior to that. It was just sequels, and then expansions came out, and now, of course, it's the notorious DLC. Nickel and diming everything. But, so, they tried to make this expansion different and add some things, but I just don't feel like that, because it's the different things that they tried are more trying to find different ways of using the engine they already had and the mechanics they already had, as opposed to something new. And I guess, think about that. Zeus with the Poseidon expansion didn't really bring out anything new and flashy, because what they really brought out was just new maps and a change of buildings, which effectively did the same thing. Oh shoot, I should have saved. So, I mean, it's not like... this expansion, I feel, has tried to do more than the Poseidon expansion did for Zeus. But it's a city building game, and they tried to basically make this entire expansion so far a military oriented thing with a very poorly done military mechanic. I mean, it's just not it's just not good. It's just not interesting, and I'm sure on higher difficulties this would have been a very hectic level. But, like, I don't play city builders for the hectic. If I wanted that, I would have been playing, well, probably, what came out around 1998, 1999, when this expansion was. It was beyond Warcraft 2, but, or was it? No, Warcraft 2 came out much earlier. Are we almost approaching Warcraft 3? I don't even remember. God, that was so long ago. Anyway, I mean, I would have played something else. It was my point. Not this, for military. The thing about Pharaoh was that there were so many different monument levels that you played. And they took forever, especially in my playthrough, because I did not try to fill in a large city. I tried to do it minimal, and so when you're building a pyramid with minimal infrastructure, holy crap, that was a bad series. I would say I would redo it, but I don't care for the game, so I'm not going to put myself or you through that. But, so in this one so far, that's like, okay, well, let's just do something a little bit different besides what we already had the players do in the first game, and focus on stuff like this. But it's just, I mean, you're just sitting here for time. The previous one where you had a time limit, as much as I hate time limit stuff like that, that is more interesting than this was. Sitting through wave after wave, just waiting for this, the dread. There's a StarCraft 2 mission that's like that. Well, I mean, at the StarCraft Brood War, what is it? It's the last mission in that, isn't it? Or is it the last mission in the original StarCraft where you're waiting for Tassadar to run into the Overmind? That must have been the first game then. But still, I mean, like, it's just not. It's not this. Anyway, we're done.
Well done. Your personal courage and steadfastness in battle inspired your troops to perform to their utmost. The accursed Assyrians have been ungraciously expelled from Egypt's soil. Word of your deed has reached the Pharaoh, and he is indeed pleased.
All right. See you next time.